If you're out there, say hello. My camera's a little laggy today, but I am sorry I'm late. Oh, hey Heidi. Okay, got some people on Instagram already. Hey Shantae, Marvel, Shayna. So I had to clear out my office. I didn't get fired, y'all. I still got my job. But I'm working remote full time now. So I'm excited about that, even though I hated to give up my office because I love my office. But it's no reason to have an office if you're going to be working at home, chill. I got my own little office at home. Hey, Paula, B. Dizzle, Selena, Stanley, Robin, Zedeco, Calistine, Elizabeth, Jason, Faria, KS. Exactly, it's better to be safe. Okay, so let me start off by saying this. I've made several people moderators because I can't do this and moderate people at the same time. But let me just be clear. The purpose of moderation. Hey Megan, how you doing, girl? The purpose of moderation is not to censor people, y'all. Y'all be very quick on that moderation button, share. Don't just be blocking people and censoring people. My thought was I would be like, okay, somebody block this person, and then y'all do it. But y'all be quick on that button. So try to lay off the block button, try to lay off the mute button, because every time after my live chat, somebody DM me like I was blocked during your live session. So we can have some dialogue, okay? But anyways, hi mom. Let me say hi to some more people. Hey Truth, Ironclad. You're not late. P, David, Shanice. Yes, welcome to the full-time work from home COVID crew. Okay, so I have to talk about a couple of things now. Per usual, hey Lark, hey everybody on Instagram. Per usual, leave your comments on what you want to talk about, and I'll incorporate it into the discussion. You know, this is very interactive. So the first thing I want to talk about is Chris Cooper. So yesterday, I think we talked about Amy Cooper, right? So Amy Cooper is the white woman that was arrested for making a false claim against Christian Cooper, calling the police like about, how I'm going to tell him an African American man was assaulting me. Well, today it came out that Chris Cooper says he doesn't want any parts of it. He doesn't think that she should be prosecuted, and she's had enough that she suffered from it. What do y'all think about that? I'm gonna say hi to a couple more people. Y'all leave your comments. Hey, Blessed for Life, Okonomiyaki, Harold, Just Information. Hey, Taryn. Falbo says, that's too bad. Hey, Latrice. Darian says, fuck that lady. Throw her under the jail. Woo, y'all tough crowd. Shantae said, I'm so tight that he did that shit. Hey, C. Merritt, Kelly, we're too forgiving. That is an issue that I have with black people. I feel like we're always the ones who they put the camera in front of our face. Do you forgive this person? They apologize. Is that okay? Well, why should we forgive these motherfuckers when they would have us dead underneath the ground with them calling the cops on us? But then when it comes to us, we always the ones to extend grace. I'm going to read some more of your comments. Hey, Lonnie. Hey, Pam. Jamarcus says, he's better than me. Zedeco says, I think things won't change until racists suffer actual consequences for their bull. Love. Saint Diomande. I probably messed that up. I'm sorry. It says, total BS. Jason says, lock her up. Malcolm says, she should be prosecuted. Oh, y'all tough crowd. Christian Cooper giving her a pass, which he should not do. I think she should be arrested. He could have been killed, right, Mandy? She still needs to be prosecuted, okay? Chris Cooper, I don't know how we get to radical forgiveness without some long overdue justice. Make an example out of her ass is what I'm hearing from y'all. Miss Jenkins says, it's never enough. How long are we going to have to go through this shit? Good question. Thank you, NY City Nick. Hey, Courageous. I don't know if I said that right. Let's see. It's hard to determine what the punishment should be if the original offender is not cooperating with the punishment. I think that's a very good point because ultimately he is the one that was aggrieved. But if you know that the way that prosecution worked, it's the people versus Amy Cooper, not Christian Cooper. It's not a one-on-one prosecution. That's not the way our justice system works. I think I might have said hi to Lonnie. It's not about him. It's about the future of black men being criminalized for nothing. It's not about Chris. It's about protecting other black people in the future. She should be prosecuted. I don't care how he feels. Robin says, I think the crime of false reporting needs fines and mandatory community service. I cannot imagine that it would be more than a fine and community service. I would be very surprised. Stanley says, what are the topics today? We're talking about Amy Cooper and Chris Cooper right now. Chris Cooper does not want Amy to be charged, and he says he's not going to cooperate with the prosecution. Marticia says, I don't have a problem with it. His problem just don't want no part of the drama. I don't blame him. He's entitled to his opinion because ultimately, it's very taxing on him to have to be a part of these criminal charges, have to go to court. And then, people going to turn on his ass as well. He took it too far, blah, 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 blah. It's not even that serious. And so there will be some fallout that he has to suffer as a result of it. So I can understand if he isn't necessarily jumping for joy, trying to be involved with the situation. Mari says, wait, I thought she was being charged with false reporting. Yes. Oh, and I heard she's facing 1 year in jail or probation. Whether she's facing 1 year in jail, they're not going to get that white lady 1 year in jail. Man, if he doesn't want to do it, fine, but she needs to be charged. The video should be enough evidence. They can pursue her without him, though. Martin Luther, every single day somebody pop up with the same question. But I'm going to address it, Martin Luther Queen. Love you. Can you talk about Keisha Bottoms as a potential VP? I'm going to go into further detail on this after this topic, or maybe after one or two more topics. But my thoughts are the same. I answered it. If y'all been in here, y'all can probably repeat my answer faster than I can repeat it. My thoughts are Kamala Harris needs to be VP, but I will have more on that. Homegirl looking yummy. I don't know who the homegirl is. Since the assault didn't happen, perhaps we wait for jail time. Yeah, I'm not saying, look, I'm not in the lock her ass up, throw away the key crew, okay? I think that a fine and community service will be appropriate, which is what I think she'd get. But I also understand why, like I said, Chris Cooper would not want to have any parts of it. Shantae says he needs to get his head out of his ass and just testify. Hey, Elizabeth. Kelly says, I'm not about that kumbaya shit, okay? I agree with you. I'm not about that kumbaya shit either. But at the same time, it's a lot to take on his part as well. Palestine says, you can forgive and still have them held accountable for their actions. I was disappointed. Harold says, Chris is a loving, bleeding heart kind of person. Hey, Kimberly, consequences for actions has to happen. So do y'all think that it will actually deter people from doing that if, like, somebody like Amy Cooper goes to jail? I don't know, because I feel like white supremacy is a hell of a drug, and I feel like it's not a lot that's going to deter them from it. Shayla says her intent was to use the police as a weapon to cause him harm. He should want that addressed. Not sure her losing her job is enough to address her intent to harm. Good afternoon, Sophisti88. He doesn't need to testify. There was video. The Karen Act will. So there was a new bill, I think it's in San Francisco, that a black man, elected official, has presented. It's called the Karen Act. It's CAREN. And it's an acronym basically talking about how people fall. I don't know what the acronym is off the top of my head. But I think it's interesting. And I think that there's a way to have consequences without necessarily putting somebody in Rikers Island. But let me just say this, I'm not sympathetic. I'm not sympathetic at all. Shanice says, I think it's right. It's as right as a victim to not file, but lock up these white women using their privileged tears as a nuclear weapon. Emmett Till's, the person who precipitated the lynch mob against Emmett Till, she never got charged for nothing. And she admitted to her stupid ass lying. Would she forgive him? Is there a record of white women forgiving and not prosecuting black men? That's a good question, Benny. Don't know if I know of a case. The only case I can maybe kind of possibly think about is Reginald Denny. I feel like they knocked enough sense into his ass when he was going down in that big old truck during the LA riots, and they beat the hell out of him. I'm pretty sure he said that he doesn't think anybody should be charged, but y'all can fact check me on that. Thank you, Man of Steel. He's entitled to his opinion. Okay, I'm gonna move on from this topic because I feel like everybody is mostly on the same page. I do like this comment. Instant forgiveness is some BS. Makes me remember how folks press families to forgive Dylan Roof. They will badger the fuck out of black people about forgiveness, right? Forgiveness. Oh, do you forgive them? They apologize. They feel bad. Hey, Jackie. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next. Yeah, it was his sister who posted the video. It was up to him. If it was up to him, he probably wouldn't even know. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. At the end of the day, like I said, I'm not sympathetic. Whatever happens to her, she'll be all right. You know, like I posted in a video. She'll be all right. And Paola says if the shoe was on the other foot, Amy Cooper would have no problem cooperating with the DA. Okay. Hello. Let's see. It says, Shantae says Amy will be marked forever due to her false claims. I don't know. It's plenty of white people that do racist shit and people get over it. It'd be old ass news. Hey, Rita. Okay. Memphis says Karen gonna be okay. San Francisco is not, Thabo says, San Francisco is not just trolling white women. They are introducing an ordinance for those who call the cops on black people for no reason other than they're black, minding their own business. Okay, what else is on y'all mind today, y'all? Caution against racially exploitive non-emergencies. That's the Karen Act. Thank you, Jennifer. That had me dying when I saw that. Yes. Not a lot of abolitionists in the chat. I don't think that abolitionists are very much attracted to my account, Jill. I don't think I'm that girl for them. I'm not anti-abolitionist, but you know, it is what it is with that. Mary Trump. I honestly don't have any interest whatsoever in Mary Trump and what the fuck she has to say about what she has to say about Donald Trump. I don't care about why Donald Trump is the way that he is. I don't care. They always try to give us all this background or all this other kind of shit, and I don't give a damn. Love Lily says that's because black people are supposed to be docile and submissive. White supremacy. It really is. Somebody had commented on my so I had posted that clip where I didn't even get into it. Let me be clear. I invited Jason Overstreet to have a conversation with me since he hopped up in my goddamn comments. And so Chris retweeted my video, not Captain America, and this motherfucker somebody gonna sit up there and be like, oh well, you know, you were interesting until you got to be petty. And I told him straight up, I match energy. First of all, I didn't think I was being all that petty. I'm very capable of being much more petty than what I was. But what I said is, I'm not for no punk ass tone policing bitches who expect a black woman to be docile and tap dance for them. Now, some people like to be tap dancing and they retweet videos of being them tap dancing and shit. I'm telling y'all right now, don't ever in your motherfucking life superimpose my black ass face on anybody tap dancing and think I'm a kiki off of that. You gonna get cussed the whole the fuck the way. I'll make a video just to your ass and cuss you out. I don't tap dance for anybody, especially not no white woman. But y'all don't give a damn if it's a duet tap dance. Don't minstrel show my black ass. I don't do the minstrel show. I don't do the coonery. Anyway, okay, so let me get to what some of y'all saying. Manna still says, when will you be on Roland Martin again? I'm on Roland Martin every single Thursday. Taylor May says, see the Don Lemon Terry Crews interview. I didn't because, you know, honestly, I'm not even interested in what Terry Crews has to say. Like, he's already been shucking and bucking enough. And so I don't have to continue to see that. If it shows up in my timeline, that's different, but I'm not reaching it out. I'm not reaching out for it at all. What are your thoughts on Kanye West's candidacy? I'm answering some questions from Instagram. I don't think Kanye West has a candidacy. Has he filed any FEC filings? No. He's trolling. It's a publicity stunt. So I don't take him seriously. You holler at me when he files an FEC thing. But holler at me when he has a campaign manager, when he hires some people. Holler at me when he's on somebody's ballots. running for president is not as easy as it looks, okay? So I don't take him seriously. I don't know why people are in such hysterics over it, but I just think it's a little ridiculous. My friend Carl is on Instagram talking about what I just opened up just now. For those of y'all on Instagram, I do Unbossed Unfiltered Live every single day, usually at 5, but I'm late today. And I just talk shit with people. I have some topics, and then I also, respond to comments. Kamala is a cop. She locked up black people. Because black people are all criminals, right? So Kamala went around and just indiscriminately said, you're black, you go to jail. You're black, you go to jail. No, dumbass. But thank you for the views. I appreciate it. That's fine. I unfortunately I can't see. Let me take a screenshot of this person because I can't see my live on IG while I'm doing it, so I can't block this person who's being a dumbass. But I will go ahead and make another comment, or somebody if you've seen this comment, repost his name so I can make sure I block him after that. Anyways, okay, let me go back to this comment. Somebody mentioned Jason Johnson's Grill article. I will be addressing that, but let me get to a couple of other comments. Martin Luther King says, do you believe people's perceived and false notions of Kamala being a cop could potentially hurt the ticket? No, because they've been saying that cop shit, which by the way was started by a white supremacist convicted pedophile. That's who y'all motherfuckers be repeating shit after. That's what I don't understand. How do y'all sit up here and repeat Kamala as a cop when the person who started that shit is a whole ass convicted pedophile? Y'all take y'all cues from white supremacist pedophiles? That's very weird to me. I don't take cues from white people, period, but I'm definitely not taking cues from no goddamn pedophile. A whole ass child rapist. That's who motherfuckers be repeating shit from. Woo, child. But guess what? Even with all of that Operation Block the Black Woman, even with her getting 75% of the attacks during the election, guess what? She has lower unfavorables than Elizabeth Warren. Ooh, plot twist. So, yes. I'm not worried about it. Have I read Tiffany Cross's book? No, I have not. But please support her. Please support black authors. Tiffany Cross has a new book. Darlene Maxwell has a new book. I'm here for all the black women and their books and book sales and all that good stuff. Republicans trying to preach kids to go back to school. That is crazy to me. Y'all see that Donald Trump is trying to withhold funding. Betsy DeVos is trying to withhold funding. Okay, let me screenshot this. Thank you. They're trying to withhold funding from schools if they don't allow kids to go back to school. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. Okay, David mentioned, and also Jackie mentioned, Kamala was on live with Maria Teresa Kumar, so she did a Voto Latino event. I think that's great. Kamala Harris is multifaceted. She can reach out to different demographics. She has the endorsement of La Opinion, which is the largest Spanish-speaking newspaper in the country. She has the receipts with the Latino community. Hello. Let me see. This is the kind of shit that this is who y'all be taking cues from. You3485 on Instagram says, Warren is not a slut like Kamala. Why are you up in Kamala's panties? Do you jack off to pictures of Kamala? Why you worried about who the fuck Kamala was sleeping with? Y'all nasty. Oh, you fucking pervert. You probably a degenerate pedophile like how your fucking lead bitch is. What's the name? What's the girl name? Beth Lynch. But anyway, I don't like to derail, but I do say that because I just want you to understand when you repeat stuff, this is who you're in. This is the company that you're in. Let me move on. What about Georgia Governor Kemp calling in the National Guard to patrol the streets of Atlanta? Jay, I have not heard anything about that. So please elaborate. That is insane. Deshaun Johnson, they want the NFL to suspend him on supposedly Jewish comment Drew Brees. I don't know anything about that, KS. That's the first time hearing anything about that. Kanye West is a fool, I agree. Overstreet is just trying to get a rise out of you and they play the victim. That's why he deleted it. You know, you cannot get a rise out of me because I'm unfuckwithable. I thought I've made that very clear. You cannot get a rise out of me because I don't give a fuck about people's opinions like that. You know how many times I've been trolled or people thinking they trolling me in the past year going up against Bernie supporters? Chill. I done heard it all. I've been called every name under the book by black people, by white people, by everybody. And guess what? I'm still standing bitch not giving a fuck about what nobody has to say. But it's entertaining that they think that maybe they could do that. Kanye may try to stage a write-in campaign just like Lisa Murkowski. Yeah, and that's not going to work. I don't even think he has the capacity to do that. Let's see. What y'all talking about? I'm sorry. I got a little bit behind. Pedo Beth, exactly. And Beth Lynch has multiple accounts, by the way. She's spreading her pedophilia mentality all over and through the goddamn internet's jail. Don't follow white supremacists. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like Kamala, that's your prerogative. But goddamn it, don't not like her because you following behind some goddamn white supremacist pedophile. That's embarrassing. Homeschooling starting this year. They done showed they behind. Good thing school openings are up to the states. Cuomo shut that down. Let's see. You get all the fun trolls. I do. I'm entertained by them. I'm still going to block their dumbasses, but they can get their moment. Mayor Sylvester Turner just smacked the Texas GOP in the in-person convention. So did y'all see that? So the GOP, from what I understand, and you guys could correct me, but from what I understand, the Texas GOP convention is going to have people in person, but the speakers are going to be virtual. So what kind of dumbass motherfuckers is going to show up to watch the screen and everybody in the room get COVID? If the motherfuckers on the screen don't want to be in there, that should be your hint that you probably don't need to be there either. Hello? Banner still says, Reese, what do you think about COVID cases rising? Well, I'm very alarmed by it. And I really wonder, like, what are people waiting for? Are people just waiting for people to just start dropping dead in the middle of the street before they take this shit seriously? Because it's pretty fucking serious if you ask me. I mean, if you look at the numbers from March and the numbers now, come on. This shit is not getting better. It's not going to magically get better. In some Florida hospitals, they have 0 beds in the ICU. And there are many more that are at almost complete capacity. And so that's where I'm like, okay, hello, is anybody here? Arizona, astronomical rise. I mean, when you look at the curve, it's like this. And people just still going around like, oh, no big deal. Hey, Epitome, let's see. Kamala's dance party tomorrow. Who's going to the dance party? Leave a comment if you're going to the dance party. Now, I done said I have no intentions whatsoever of donating even 1 cent to Joe Biden. But when I saw you had Black Girls Rock, which is Beverly Bond, you had Club Quarantine, which is DJ D Nice, and you have Kamala, I said, okay, I'll give him a little $25. I'll give him a little something, and that'll be it. If he don't pick Kamala, he definitely gonna hear. He gonna get this from me for the rest of the goddamn campaign. I'm gonna do these lives and everybody gonna come up in here every day. Oh, what you think about the campaign? I'm gonna say the same thing. Kamala Harris should have been VP. That's it. That's gonna be my only goddamn retort. Let's see. Blizzard says, I love Reese Duncan on trolls, especially burning trolls. It's so life fulfilling. I guess we got time before RMU for CP time. I know I'm kind of stepping on Roland Martin Unfiltered a little bit. I feel bad, but you know what it is, I was a little late. My bonus dad, Patrick, is in the chat. He says, we've already got 1 porn star in the White House. We don't need Kanye and his wife. Ooh. That's a burn. Mara says we have the technology to work from home, school from home, but not everyone does. Exactly, and that's what Kamala Harris has been addressing. Kamala actually advocated for Comcast to open up their network for students. You know, they have all these hotspots around the country, so she advocated for that. So those are the kinds of things that we have to really think about. Let's see. I'm tired of people going hard for all these white politicians who only remember black people exist when it suits their needs. Oh, I'm going to address that. Thoughts on WNBA and Loeffler. Okay, so Kelly Loeffler is the white supremacist senator in Georgia. She actually owns part of the WNBA team in Atlanta. And she wrote a letter about saying that she does not approve of the proposal to have these WNBA players wear Black Lives Matter on the front and say her name on the back in their warm-up jerseys, or I might have that reversed. And so they were frying her ass up. So please vote her stupid ass out in Georgia. Please do that. Fun question. Where were you born? Your accent is real heavy sometimes. You know, I think it's funny people think I have an accent. I don't hear an accent. And when people say I have an accent, people say different things. I was born in Boston. I'm a Massachusetts. I'm a Bostonian. Okay, what did I say? Boston strong? Not exactly Boston, but I'm not giving y'all my specific city so y'all can be guessing passwords and shit. Hell no, I'm not trying to get God on the internet. But Boston is close enough, okay? I'm from Massachusetts. California were surpassed New York. Elect Reverend Warnock. Yes, exactly. That's who's going up against. So John Ossoff is going up against, who's the other guy? Perdue. And it's Reverend Warnock that's going up against Kelly Loeffler. So y'all know what y'all got to do down there in Georgia. Texas is full, right? The capacity. Blizzard says the hospital down the street from my house is at capacity. It's scary, right? It's scary. Problem is most white people don't know anyone who's had it. 1 in 3 black people do. You know what? I did see that polling. A lot of white people, it still hasn't hit close to home for them yet. So I think that's very interesting, the disconnect in between how you know, how few white people feel like they've known somebody. On Instagram, is it freezing for y'all or is it just freezing for me? I'm trying to look at the comments and I don't know if I'm freezing or if it's just my internet is freezing on my phone. But anyways, yeah, and let me see. B makes a good point. So Arizona, from what I understand, I saw this graphic earlier. I didn't retain all the information, forgive me. But it actually said that Arizona has a higher per capita infection rate right now than several countries, which is absolutely insane. Okay, I got several people who's going to be there. Janelle says, I'm annoyed and frustrated how long the VP announcement's taking. Okay, so let me move on to my next topic. Hi, Jason. Welcome back. Jason, I made an announcement at the beginning of my chat. Do not block Jason. Do not delete Jason. I'm not about censorship. I have moderators and they get a little excited. But let's go ahead and address this. What Jason has to say. Jason says EW has the receipts. I haven't seen them. She is way more qualified than Kamala. You know, K-Hive. Okay. There goes that white math that you Warrenistos, I'll say Warrenistos for you because you're a man. You Warrenistos like to do that white math. Where is Elizabeth Warren more qualified than Kamala Harris? Elizabeth Warren has 11 months of executive experience. She was appointed interim special advisor to the president to stand up the Consumer Financial Bureau, Consumer Financial Protections Bureau. She wasn't actually the director because she couldn't get through Congress. So she has 11 months executive experience. Kamala Harris has 12. Okay. Elizabeth Warren has been in Congress for 7 years. What has been the impact of that? She's passed 10 bills. Most of those have been little piddly shit. And so she doesn't have more experience. She's certainly not more qualified, child. But I understand how y'all do that white math. Let me see, what else do you have to say? Go look at the receipts. EW has been consistent in her message. Well, that's the funny thing. Messages and rhetoric is not receipts, boo. Anybody can write something on a PDF, child. Elizabeth Warren is good at her PDFs. Now, her PDFs in the campaign are a lot different than her actual work. That's what what are your deeds? Don't tell me what you're going to do. Don't tell me what you finna do. Tell me what you've done. Show me what you've done. Anything else? What else Jason got to say? Wall Street donors are who want Kamala. Really? Okay, well, that's fine. That means they have good taste. Meanwhile, nobody seems to want Elizabeth Warren. She lost 19 out of 19 races. She was on the ballot. People like to talk about how Kamala Harris didn't make it, but Elizabeth Warren was actually on the ballot, and she lost 19 out of 19 states. That's a successful campaign, though, according to the Warrenistas. There goes that white math again. She had a $140 million campaign, child, and she lost every single race. She didn't even place above third place, even when it was a 4-person race, because everybody else had dropped out by Super Tuesday. She took third place in her home state. People want Elizabeth Warren. All the polling in June puts Elizabeth Warren behind Kamala Harris, child. So what numbers is you looking at? What's the white math that you're doing? I need to have the white math multiplier that you put on to Elizabeth Warren being the one that people want. Anything else? I would like to see some receipts. People say, look, first of all, y'all be taking that to me because I'm the one who be talking about receipts. But then y'all sit up there and y'all use what the fuck I say, and you don't even have receipts. What's the receipts? Give me something specific that's not in the PDF. We can go right now to congress.gov and we can look up the word black with Elizabeth Warren. Woo, child. Do you think we're going to find a whole lot? I don't think so. I've looked. Did you look? Interesting. Anything else, Jason? You've gone quiet. I'm giving you the floor. I've dropped what I was talking about. I'm giving you the floor. I'm trying to figure out where's the receipt for how when Elizabeth Warren drop kicked her black woman chief of staff to the curb as soon as she lost all 19 races that she competed in and replaced her with a white man. That's weird. Isn't that strange? She kicked the black woman chief of staff to the curb right after she lost 15 days after she dropped the hell out after losing 19 out of 19 races. And then she turned around and she demoted the black man in her Senate office that was her legislative director down to education. Wow. That's somebody who's really down for the people, huh? Oh, yeah. What do y'all think? If a white person, let's not even say Elizabeth Warren, let's say hypothetically speaking, if a white person hires a black person to look good throughout their campaign, and then that white person fires the black people, demotes the black people, gets rid of the black people, however way you want to say it, right after she loses their campaign and replaces those two black people with two white people, that's who you trust? I would not trust that. Did y'all delete Jason? Where'd he go? I want him to explain to me how he trusts the white woman that sits up there and gets rid of his black woman chief of staff. As soon as she loses 19 out of 19 races, black woman got to go. She didn't have nothing to do with Elizabeth Warren losing. But see, Elizabeth Warren put her campaign people in the Senate. Even after the campaign people caused her to lose 19 out of 19 races. That's strange to me. Jason, where you go? No more white math? Class over? Where are the receipts? The floor is yours. Oh, he left? Oh, okay. That's fine. I gave him the floor. I'm waiting. If he comes back, I'll entertain him some more. Y'all know, can't nobody Can't nobody drag like how I can drag. Oh, okay, let me see. The chief of staff left voluntarily. Oh, really? Really? A black woman in the middle of a pandemic is going to leave one of the highest ranking positions that you can get as a black woman. Now, mind you, there is a diversity issue with black people in the Congress, okay, between the Senate and in the House, right? And so you mean to tell me that a black woman who has basically reached the pinnacle of a position, which is chief of staff to a very powerful, I will give this credit, I don't think she's impactful, but I will say that she's powerful, at least with her mouth, with her words, with her rhetoric. But you mean to tell me that that black woman is going to accept a demotion during a pandemic to leave when she ain't got no other job lined up? Who does that? Black women got a lot more sense than that. You believe that? Just because it's in a press release. That's weird. That's very weird to believe that. Let me tell y'all. See, y'all leave a comment. Do black women leave jobs in the middle of a pandemic without another job lined up? Does that sound right? Okay. But what about the black man who got demoted from acting interim legislative director to education? Well, what happened with him? Why did he get demoted after the campaign, Jason? He volunteered to step down? Who does that? That's weird. That's very weird that you believe that. But that's y'all queen. She got our back. Power to the people. Oh my God. Mara says he must also believe all those police reports too. Yeah. Okay. My hubby says EW doesn't have receipts. She has a bunch of IOUs. But don't try to collect, child. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. She ain't got it. She ain't got $200 for you, child. Not even in Monopoly money. She got a receipt. The receipt says no returns allowed. Y'all funny though. Anything else? I have more material. You're very new here. I can keep going. No? Okay, that's fine. Anyway, y'all check out my article though. I can actually make a substantive case for Senator Kamala Harris. I've been doing that. And I actually really take it easy on people like Elizabeth Warren. I had no intention of talking about Elizabeth Warren today until Jason showed up. So they're the ones who be trying it. They're the ones who be inviting me to drag her ass. You should be worried about Tammy Duckworth. I've been clear. I'm worried about her. I'm a little worried about Tammy Duckworth. I'm not worried about Elizabeth Warren. You see that poll that came out today? 96% of Warren supporters are for Joe Biden. Okay, so that just completely evaporates the whole case. Oh, well, we need Elizabeth Warren to unite, to get Elizabeth Warren supporters behind. Not so much. That's not what the polling is saying. So, okay. Oh, Jason's gone again. Okay. Well, if you want to continue to give me more fuel to drag Elizabeth Warren, it's one of my pastimes. I enjoy doing it. I have no problem doing it. I know it bothers. I know it gets under her skin too, G. I know they be looking at what I'm doing. But you will be very wise to not set her up to get dragged. I haven't lied. More qualified, even though Elizabeth Warren is 71 years old. She has 11 months of appointed executive experience and 7 months. Do not lock Jason out. Do not lock Jason out. I've said it from the jump. Do not lock people out unless I ask you to. Don't delete people. Don't censor people. I'm open to a conversation. Okay. Anyways, moving right along. Let me get productive with my time. Okay. Don't do white math, people. Listen, I have an MBA. I'm not bragging, but I have an MBA. I have an business economics degree, and I have an accounting minor from UCLA. Go Bruins! We got a black person that's over the UC system today. So that's some good living black history. So you cannot give me white math, chair. I would not have those degrees if I was doing white math. I would fail every class. So don't do the white math, people. At least not in my presence, chair. I have too much education for that. And even if you don't have an education, child, I have a fucking calculator. I understand the metric system. Anything else? No? Tammy Duckworth already put out a statement that Joe Biden would be wise to pick a black woman. No, she didn't. But if you have that, please send me that link. I would be very, very happy. Carol, I understand that trolls are not here to converse, though. But like I said, I determine who gets blocked and who doesn't get blocked. So y'all be true trigger happy with that moderation. I haven't heard from Jason in a couple of minutes. I hope that somebody didn't block him. But Jason, if you're still here, you're more than welcome to come back tomorrow, where you presumably won't get blocked if people listen to me. And we can have a conversation again. I enjoy that. Anyway. So let's talk. I've been on this very long. I didn't mean to go this long, y'all. But I had to, I have to return the energy that comes to me. But see, just understand. So he came in here, right? And he gave his comments and I responded to it. So when people sit up there and they say, oh, Kay Iverson bullies, or you're dragging people, I have no intention to talk about Elizabeth Warren today. But when you say that Elizabeth Warren is more qualified, I'm going to have to tell you that you're doing white math, and that's just actually not correct. When you say she has the receipts, I'm going to have to say that's not correct. So anyways, moving along. Now, another topic, and I'm going to get through these quickly because I've been on here too long already. Here's the thing, speaking of Duckworth. Now, to be clear, I don't have a problem with Senator Tammy Duckworth. Okay? I know how motherfucking sensitive people are. And anytime you say something, they're trying to be like, you're trying to trash her. I do not trash people. I give the truth. Now, I'm more delicate with some than others. For instance, I'm more delicate with black women, and I'm more delicate with Tammy Duckworth than I am with Elizabeth Warren. But Elizabeth Warren people come here talking shit. And so then I got to pull the card. But anyway, suggestion, don't block Jason in your topic tomorrow. I made an announcement at the beginning, do not block anybody. I did. Now, if everybody didn't hear that, then I'm going to make that announcement again. Don't block anybody. I don't know his work, Carol. I don't know what he's written. The extent of what I know he's written is what he's put in these chats, jail. And he retweeted a video that somebody superimposed his face tap dancing with Miss Millie. That is so weird to me. I would never. But anyways, the next topic. Okay, I made a video earlier saying we need to get vocal. Here is the thing. I know people think I'm just being conspiratorial. Trust me, I'm not. We have to get vocal. We need to pick a person to get behind. Y'all know that person for me is Kamala Harris. Hey, Shayla. My friend Shayla's in the chat. I love to see my friends pop up in here. She was on Insecure. Remember, I was in the Insecure recaps. She was one of the mommies, one of my friends, one of my buddies who was on there. Anyway, here's the thing. We have to pick a side because this is what's going to happen. Let me just walk you through this. What's going to happen is this. There are 6 black women at any given time who are being dangled, right? And so the polling reflects that this black woman has 25%, this black woman has 15%, this black woman has 10%. It's divided because you have so many black women that are in contention. And so what happens? The Biden campaign says, well, there wasn't a black woman who had an overwhelming majority of the black support. That's what they're going to say. Trust me on this. If they go that route, I'm hoping that they got enough sense to not do that. But I'm telling you how they're going to try to justify it. Oh, well, there was nobody, the most the black woman got in the polls, 15% of the black support. That's not enough. Well, yeah, because you dangling 6 black women. If you had Tammy Duckworth versus Kamala Harris, Do you think that Kamala Harris will get 15% of the black vote? No. Tammy Duckworth is polling at 0% of the black vote. Go look at the polls. So that's the kind of things that I'm concerned about. That's one, splitting the black vote. And so because the black vote is split up between all these candidates, then there's no movement, there's no galvanization behind any one. Now, I've outlined, Martin Luther King is asking me about Keisha Lance Bottoms. Listen, I have outlined, Star Jones and I had a discussion, 20 for 20 measures or 20 for 20 areas ready on day one to be president. Okay. So I've outlined it. I have an article, Credentials Not Cosmetics. Let me put the link up in here again. And I've made a substantive case. So before you ask me why not this person, how about this? Why don't you come to me with this amount of research and receipts? I'm not talking about rhetoric, child. Don't show me links to somebody's goddamn PDFs and they ain't done jack shit. I'm talking about receipts. Come to me with an article like that. It's currently, so it's an hour and a half discussion. It's 26 minutes long, and I'm only halfway through with it, to be honest, in terms of adding in the content beyond bullet points. So come to me with a better case than that for anybody else. If you can do that, I will be very willing to entertain you. I'd be very willing to entertain you. Now, I haven't, let me put it on Instagram. Okay. I'm not going to be able to do that, Ray, but if somebody's on Instagram, please do me a favor and put that link in there into Instagram. Please try that for me. But come to me with a better case for that. You saw what Jason came to me. Jason came to me and he didn't have nothing. He said EW was more qualified, which is objectively false. And he came in there and said she has receipts, which she does not. So that's what I'm saying. When you have the highest ranking black woman in the country, why is it that y'all try to come up with every reason to not support her? That doesn't make any sense to me. Kamala Harris is polling number one. I don't like to live by the polls or die by the polls. But what I'm saying is she's the highest polling black woman, for sure. She's the highest polling person right now. And that's who we need to go with, because I'm telling you right now. Crackhead Joe says, wait, if you have a plan, why not run? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not running for nothing. Y'all see I curse too goddamn much. I'm not qualified to run for nothing because I'm not going to stop cursing people out. But there are plenty of black people that are qualified, and I support black electeds. Thank you, C. Mary. Thank you for posting that link in there. Ray, please screenshot it, and then you can go back to it later. Or you can do a Google Credentials Not Cosmetics. Just do a search, it'll come up. Kamala Harris. Okay, so moving along. So anyway, bottom line is this. If we don't get united behind Kamala, who has the best chance, she's the most qualified, irrespective of race. And if you want to challenge me, then again, go back to that article and tell me how in all of those, not just onesie twosies, but tell me how in all of those categories, anybody exceeds Kamala Harris. Then I'll be willing to entertain it. So come on, y'all. That's all I'm just saying. All I'm saying is we got to get behind one person. And that person needs to be Kamala. If you don't agree, then you can use your platform to advocate for your person. But they're going to pull the okie doke on us. I'm telling you right now. They're going to pull the okie doke on us. And they're going to say, well, we picked a woman of color. And black people didn't have, there was no mandate for any particular black person, even though knowing good and goddamn well that there was a mandate for a black woman. There was just so many options, and it's so many options because each woman is great. Just Information says Abrams is still getting 10% of these VP polls, and she's not even being vetted. She's not being vetted. So if you support a black woman for VP and you're putting your support behind Stacey Abrams is not getting vetted. She said it out of her own mouth. So that's why we have to start using our brains, and we have to start getting behind a person who's qualified. Now, the last topic that and they're pushing, making no mistake about it, they are pushing Tammy Duckworth. Make no mistake about it, they are pushing her. So don't sit up here and be like, oh my God, I can't believe they didn't pick a black woman. And y'all didn't say shit, y'all didn't do shit. When they started propping up everybody but a black woman. And there's no shade. The last topic. Stacey says she has not heard from Biden's vetting team. She said that on Lawrence O'Donnell, if I'm not mistaken. She said it. So that's not me saying she's not getting vetted. That's not me saying she's not qualified. That's her own words. Okay? Washington Post pushing Karen Bass. The Washington Post sat up there and pushed Valerie Jarrett. But make no mistake about it. All of this shit it's all about dividing and conquering black people. The more black people you throw in the pot, then you knock off a point, 2 points, 3 points, 5 points, 10 points from Kamala Harris. I'm telling you that. What should we do to amplify our voices because we don't have NYT op-eds? Well, tweet. Don't just retweet, but tweet. But talk to people in real life too. Okay? Talk to people in real life too. That's how we make a change. Yeah. Okay. And then the last topic. I just want to address this Jason Johnson article in the Griot. This is another thing that, again, the onus is on us, Gia. I know we've got a lot of responsibilities on us, but what the media does, Thabo says wear Kamala shirts. That's a great idea. That is a great idea. The media is perfectly content with regurgitating lies. I got on Jason Johnson's case because he sat up there and he talked about how, can Biden and Harris take a punch? But the only thing he puts in the article are smears on Kamala Harris. He included this Walker Bragman clip, which was selectively edited to make it seem like Kamala Harris was laughing at a homeless woman that was caught up in the truancy thing. Now, what the clip doesn't show is the fact that she actually got resources to that homeless woman and her kids made it into school. Now, I will be the first to admit, has Kamala Harris laughed at awkward times? Probably. She probably didn't think, some fucking asshole on Twitter is going to take my laugh and make it a motherfucking headline story. I'm sure that wasn't in her thought when she laughed. God forbid a black motherfucker laugh, child. But at the end of the day, that wasn't the full story. And then there was another clip where it's another smear, and it basically takes 1 minute out of an 18-minute interview, speech, and it makes it seem like Kamala Harris was saying we should build more jails and not schools. Or she was mocking people that say build schools, not jails. If you actually listen to the interview, what Kamala Harris is talking about is actually in support of preventative measures. It's actually agreeing with the concept that just locking people up is not the right way if you actually read the full clip. And so what Jason neglected to do in that article is provide any kind of rebuttal or context as to these being smears, or if these are things that are being distorted, that this is how people are manipulated. I would have been fine if he made an article and said, hey, this is what we have to be vigilant against, because people are going to take a 1 minute clip out of a 20-minute speech and they're going to distort it and try to make it appear as though it's this when in fact it's this. That to me is responsible journalism. Just regurgitating it and essentially amplifying it is not good journalism. That's not even journalism. So that's where the onus is on us to hold people accountable, to push back on these things and make sure that people know the truth. So I responded to them, and I shared my disinformation debunked thread that I've done on her. And we all have to just keep pushing back. Don't let people slide, even if it's in real life. I like what I like what Pam said. Wear Kamala gear every day. Share credentials, not cosmetics ad nauseum. Keep sharing it. You're gonna see some new people. New people are gonna be exposed to it. All right. So that's what. Yeah, he wrote the article today about Georgia. Chill. Georgia is not gonna make or break the election. Okay. If Joe Biden wins Georgia, that means he done won just about every damn other state. Okay. But we can make a difference, and we will. Okay. And we don't have to accept the framing. We don't have to accept the narratives. We can push back. Okay. And we have the power to do that. Don't think that your voice is too small. And so, yeah, he brought up Tulsi's lies at the debates. Exactly. And XX says this, there's a possibility that each candidate has something in their backgrounds to eliminate, in their backgrounds and are eliminated based on electability. So unless they're squeaky clean like Obama, the bar is so high for black folks. Exactly. At the end of the day, everybody's going to be attacked. Look at how they're attacking Tammy Duckworth. And, that's working to her favor, because then everybody's like, oh, she's a patriot, she's a hero, and this and that. They don't come to black people's defense like that. You can say basically whatever the fuck you want to say about a black woman. But, she, people are going to come to her defense. But that doesn't mean she doesn't get attacked. Every single person is going to get attacked. I know this to be 100% fact. Okay? So that's what I want to end it on. Thank you guys for sticking with me, for so many of y'all showing up even though I was late. And as usual, I invite people to come have a conversation with me. As I'm willing to have a conversation. If you don't smear Kamala, I don't have a problem with having a conversation. If you want to present your case, I don't have a problem with that. But just be prepared for my rebuttal, because I have the microphone. The mic is mine. So just be clear that making sure you're opening up that can of worms, that you ready to step on through it, jail. Okay? Because I can definitely have a response. So anyways, I will see y'all tomorrow at my regular time, 5 p.m. Eastern. And I will be on Roland Martin. Y'all ask me every week, when you going to be on Roland Martin Unfiltered? Chat, I've been on Roland Martin Unfiltered every week all year. Okay? It's the same hour, every same day, every Thursday. I love Dr. Carr. I love Erica Savage Wilson. I love Roland Martin. So check me out tomorrow after Unbossed Unfiltered Live at 5 p.m. All right, y'all. Peace out.